Hey guys, welcome back to Michigan Muscle. Today we're going to be adding an addition to the channel. We're going to be adding a build. It's a 1969 Mustang Mach 1. I'm with my dad. We're going to go pick it up right now. It's going to be a little father-son project, and it's going to be a sweet build. So we haven't seen the car in person yet, only pictures. And like I said, we're driving over there right now to get the first look at it, and hopefully it's in as good of shape as the guy described it in. But let's go see. Hopefully it's supposed to be running and driving, and the motor's been rebuilt and gone through, so it should be a pretty clean car with the exception of needing paint, which isn't a big deal, but we've got some plans on the road for it. We got to see what condition the car's in first before you can even start talking about those. So let's go over and check the car out. So this was a little surprise. I didn't realize the guy lived on a dirt road from all sides. Hopefully the car's not too dirty or we can get it out cleanly. All right, guys, there she is. Let's go check her out.
I was able to get at it from the top, and so I left some of the screws off in case there's a problem again.
So what happened? We went and drive, but you couldn't get it?
Well, it just flopped.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it definitely needs a paint job.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. And a little bit of chrome here and there.
Sounds good. All right, guys, and here we go. This is the maiden voyage. See how she does. Going to the gas station first. Cruising down this nice dirt road. New Mach 1. My dad following behind me in case of the brakes, but it's kind of hard. I don't like taking this thing on dirt. Here we go. First fill from the Mach 1 to make sure it's the gas. All right, guys, I just pulled in my driveway. I got the car here. Colin came by to see it as well. You remember him from his cheap lease video? He's still putting those miles on there. Yep, still going over. That's okay. But here's the car. So it's in not bad shape. It definitely is in need of a restoration, without a doubt. Give you guys a full walk around here, and then we'll kind of go more in depth. So I drove it 30 miles back from where I picked the car up at. We did fine. None of the gauges really work. Well, I shouldn't say none. The oil pressure gauge kind of works. The tach, it's an aftermarket tach, so that works. The speedometer works. The temperature gauge does not work, so I could have been overheating it the whole time. I hope not. It ran good. It was cool. It did all right. Let's go get a more in-depth walk around. I'll show you guys some of the flaws about the car, and also what's pretty nice about it that's been redone, and why I think this car was a pretty good bargain for my dad and I to restore. All right, so there is a little bit of bodywork that's been done to the car that wasn't done very good. To start, the car needs a repaint. First and foremost, the guy that did it initially didn't prep the surface, or didn't turn out great. So like you can see, the paint's all like chipping off. I think that's like Bondo or something. It's like, yeah, it's body filler in there. So it's rough. It needs a repaint for sure. Some of the emblems are missing. The taillight's cracked, but this is all gonna get redone. The bumper needs to get refinished. Again, maybe a little bit of cancer in along here, but not a huge deal in the wheel wells. That's pretty common on these cars, especially down here. These are relatively solid unless it's a big chunk of Bondo. That could be bad. Hopefully there's not a lot of rust in there. That could actually be really bad. Yeah, so just your typical all the paint's chipping off. It was not a good paint job, and I'm about to power wash the car in a minute here. That'll be in a later video, but I guarantee a lot of this paint's gonna come off, more than likely. So let's see, yeah, a little bit of cancer here. A-pillars aren't bad. This might be some in here as well. It kind of looks like it. Fenders aren't bad. The bumper's a little banged up. Again, more paint just coming off, which isn't a huge deal. It's just needs a paint job. There is a little bit of rust down here along the bottom of this door. You guys can see. The underside of the car is actually pretty clean though, aside from this stuff. Like, there's some in the door right there, and some in this back corner. But if you look underneath, it's actually a pretty clean car. It's in pretty good shape. The guy lived on a dirt road, so like I said, it's dirty. Sucked. Couldn't drive down a dirt road back and forth. So the interior has been pretty much gone through. He replaced the door cards on both sides. He said he replaced both seat covers as well, but that seat has a rip in it, and this one has some electrical tape right there. So yeah, and that one's ripped as well. So I don't know if these were replaced anytime recent, but the interior is not in bad shape at all. It's got an aftermarket shifter on it, which is kind of fun. And the back seat looks, I don't know how to operate this. I think it's this. I don't know. Back seat's really clean. I don't think it's ever been used. That'll clean up pretty well. Actually, I'll pop the hood. Oh. You don't pop the hood in this car. You gotta do it from the front.
You don't pop the hood.
You can't do it from the inside. So anyone can pop your hood technically. Here she is, 351. Runs pretty strong. It's a dog. Compared to what I'm used to driving, this car is a dog. It burns the tires a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. It starts, drives, brakes, it burns rubber.
It's garbage.
You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with that. So, yeah, I don't think it's in bad shape. It'll be a good restoration. It'll probably take a year or two to do. And just kind of chip away at it. But for now, it's drivable, so it'll be a cool car to have some fun with. Actually, I haven't even looked in the trunk yet. There's a body in the trunk.
Dead body.
Right? Oh, not this key.
That's a quick
Spring
trunk.
action, yeah. Oh, this is the gas cap too.
Oh my god.
Isn't that cool?
It is.
Got a bunch of stuff in here. The old seat covers. Oh, the old shifters in here. Got some jumper cables.
Always need jumper cables.
Oh, that's the center console. That's why there's no center console in it. It's right here. Some old parts. These don't look horrible. The inside's definitely a little bit of rust, but this thing's filthy. It's time to clean it. You guys will see it in another video. But now I think it's time for a startup. Even though you guys already heard one, I'll give you a better one.
Whenever you're ready.
This is the original pony car from back in the day. Even though it's a Mustang and I'm a big Chevy guy, nothing sounds better than these classic cars. It sounds amazing. My dad used to have a 68 GTO. It sounded similar. Obviously, it's a Pontiac motor, but it sounds awesome. I miss the sound of these classics. Okay, guys, this is it for today's episode, vlog, update, whatever you want to call it. I wanted to give you a little sneak peek of the new project coming to the channel because the Z06, actually you can't see it, it's in there. The Z06 is a lot of fun, but it's not a project car. It is, but it's more of a play car to horse around with. This is way more of a project car, and I hope you guys can appreciate that and enjoy it, and give me some good suggestions for it, because the idea is to do somewhat of a pro touring build, like my dad's 68 Firebird that probably a few of you have seen in previous videos. It's got an LS7 in it. Different story, different time, but it's a pro touring car. So the goal is to do something similar with this car. Comment below what you think we should do. We should put a Coyote motor in it, a twin turbo Coyote motor in it, leave it as is, and do a carbureted NA build. It's gonna get restored for sure, but which direction to go is still TBD. So I think it'll look really good. It already looks pretty sweet as is. But comment below, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the new project about going from GM to, I've already gone Audi, but going from GM to Ford to being a crowd killer. Let me know your thoughts. Be sure to subscribe to follow this build. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one.